What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I want to talk about how to get better at Warzone, how to get more kills, how to stay alive longer, how to just be better at Warzone. Now I'm gonna jump into a game real quick, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who watches the videos, who supports me, who drops likes, who comments, and everything else. I just want to say thank you to you guys, and let's get into it. Alright guys, I don't think it really matters where you land, but I'm going to try to land somewhere safer, that way I can kind of explain the tips a little bit better without potentially getting killed. I'm just going to go to military base, whatever. Alright guys, so tip number one. Say there was a guy in that bunker right there. If he's... Oh, I thought that rock was somebody. Okay, if he's like shooting at me, I'm gonna try to use this cover to try to not get hit by his bullets, and then I'm gonna peek out, keep shooting back at him. Let's say I'm over here at this rock, I'm pushing, right? Let's say if I'm pushing from this door to that guy, I'm gonna be wanting to swing right so I can get behind this rock, because if he's shooting at me and I'm running from this door, maybe I would come over here, try to slide, get underneath this rock, and then shoot him a couple times, pop him a couple times, and then I'm gonna run over here to this rock, and then I'm gonna pop at him a few times right here. You don't want to just push at somebody in the middle of like where there's no cover. Like, you don't want to just be here at this door running at this guy trying to push him, because that's not smart, because he could just pop out at any time and just melt you, because you would literally have no cover. So what you want to do is make sure you use your surroundings for your benefit. If you don't, you might be bad at this game forever. I say that's one of the biggest tips that I never see anybody like say. I feel like that's like the biggest tip I could ever give. Tip number two. Before I get to tip number two, I just want to say that this is probably going to be a short video, because I'm just trying to get to these kind of quickly. I didn't know I dropped my scar. Anyways, because I'm trying to get to these kind of quickly, I don't want to waste anybody's time. But tip number two is your aim. So what you can do to get your aim better is always kind of center. See this little dot in the middle of the little crosshairs? This little dot in the middle. You always want to try to have it where you think people are going to be. Like if you're running around this corner and you think there's a guy around the corner, kind of aim like right here. That way you can just run around and shoot him. Right? You can run around, just have your crosshairs on him. Like if you're on the rock, right there. If he's head glitching, right there. And then even if it's not directly on him, at least you won't have to, like if you're just running and you see a guy to your left, you would have to turn all the way over here to kill him, right? But if you kind of have it to where he's generally going to be, and you turn and jump like that, then you're already closer, and you don't have to turn all the way over and snap on him like that. You can just let's say he's right there and you're right here, you can just go over a little bit, and that'd be a lot better than snapping all the way to the left. And another thing is, when you're coming around corners, kind of take a little jump, kind of jump around the corner when you're doing it. That makes it a lot easier, a little bit more unpredictable to kill somebody. Make yourself a little bit more unpredictable. Also, if you're trying to get your aim better, I know I said play the game more, but if you can, go into multiplayer a little bit. Maybe that's how you warm up in Warzone, Just warm up a little bit in multiplayer. If you don't have multiplayer, just try to remember the tip that I gave you. And it's always hard to do new things because you forget about it. So just always try to remember that you want to center your crosshairs on the guy before you even come around. See, it's better to to jump around the corner like this than to just run around, and then then you have to. It's quicker that way also, because you jump around and you can already zoom in. But if you're sprinting, then you have to ADS down, and it's just a lot slower. So yeah, but like I said, multiplayer, if you can do that, then I would recommend warming up a few games of multiplayer. it'll just help you get your hands going, you know, because you probably haven't played all day or whatever. So just try to get warmed up in multiplayer, and just practice on popping on people. Maybe practice a little bit aggressive, because if you're camping, then you're not going to get any better doing that, right? If somebody just walking past you and you lighten them up, you're not going to get any better doing that. So play a little bit of aggressive when you're playing Warzone. Yeah, you might die more often, but at least you will be getting the experience of fighting against people, you know, having those gunfights. You'll have the experience. Alright guys, tip number 3 is going to be movement. Oh, somebody's getting their loadout over there. So movement is a big deal. You don't want to be too predictive, like running in a straight line, because somebody can light you up. Even if you're running in a straight line and then somebody's shooting at you, like I see this all the time. Somebody's shooting at them and they're still running in a straight line. I don't get it. Hold up, let me see if I can kill this guy real quick.
Enemy UAV overhead.
He knows I'm here. That's his UAV 100%. Oh, what he got?
Got the drop back inbound.
Still alive.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Ah, I didn't kill him. See, he had his loadout. That was a lot harder with a base MP7.
Lose, you're done. Earn your way out. Use open no mercy. Stand by for redeployment.
I don't know what to use. I used to use the growl. I haven't used the growl in ages. Okay, but anyways, I want to touch on the topic of positioning again. Like I said, use your surroundings. Use your surroundings for some type of safety. But also, always try to have like a high ground. High ground will save you so many times. So many times. It will save you all the time, actually. So always have high ground. It will save you. But let's get back on aiming. Or was it aiming? No, okay, sorry. It was movement. Number 3, movement. So, if somebody's shooting at you, don't just be running a straight line. Move side to side. Jump. Slide. Slide cancel. You need to be doing those things. If not, oh, ooh, that was bad. If not, then you might get killed. Not even might, you will get melted. You will get straight up melted. Okay, number 4 that I struggle with sometimes myself is using like using the things that you have to, like your grenades and stuff, your C4s, using those to help you win a battle. I struggle with that all the time. I don't use, okay, that was a tree. I don't use like my C4s enough. I really don't. And I always get punished for it. If you use your C4 like smart, you will win a lot more. C4s are really strong. Also, put on EOD. If you don't have EOD, you're not doing it right. You need EOD because, like I said, people use C4. But remember to use your C4. Remember to use like whatever grenade you have. And I know when I first started the game, I didn't really play Call of Duty too much, so I didn't know how to blow up one C4 at a time. So what you do is you throw your C4 and then you double press your X button or your square button, whatever console you're on. You double click that button and then you'll be able to blow it up one at a time. I know that was a big thing for me. I never used to carry C4 because of that. So yeah, I figured that out and now I love C4. And it's also really good for cars. I don't think a grenade would be really hard to blow up a car. That'd be really difficult. You would have to aim that like just right. But yeah, that's another tip. Make sure you use your C4. Make sure you use your grenades. It'll really help you out. Because sometimes you don't want to rush inside of a building. So what you do is just throw C4 inside of a window. you know, and that'll really be a big help. And I think this would be the last tip here, guys. Number 5, or was it number 5? Yeah, I think it's number 5. Man, I always get confused doing these. Number 5. What you want to do is just play the game as much as you can. Play the game as much as you can, and use these tips as much as you can. Always try to remember your centering. Always try to remember your movement. Always remember to throw your C4 when you can, when it's a good idea, and use your heartbeat sensor as much as you can too. Sometimes I run past a building and I don't realize that somebody's in there, but when I pull out my heartbeat sensor, I see there's a dot in there, and they're just, you know, camping like everybody else in this game. Especially if you're playing solos. If you're playing solos, it's gonna be a lot harder because everybody is always camping. But yeah, guys, just make sure you play the game more. You can't expect to be great at a game that you don't play, right? You can't expect to be the best at a game that you don't play, you know, if you don't practice. So make sure you guys practice, and I mean actually practice. Try to remember, like, hey, there might be a guy in this window, so let me jump and kind of look at it, use my heartbeat. Okay, there's nobody there. I mean, they could have ghosts at this point, but you know, just make sure you're trying to be smart about things. Like, try to keep the high ground. Like, if somebody was up there right now, they would melt me, most likely. I mean, I could use this wall as cover, but at the same time, every time I stick my head out, they'd be able to shoot my head. Oh, I hear shooting over here. I don't know if I really want to push that. But anyways, guys. Oh, this dude right there. I hope you enjoyed this video. I might try to have the gameplay running after this, so you guys can just see what happened in this game. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. High ground. You couldn't go anywhere. That's also the thing with high ground. Like, you can see a lot more if you're up higher. I have no idea where that guy was. I don't know where he shot me from. But you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm dead. I had no idea where he was. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day, guys. Enjoy those tips.